Hello and welcome to PerfectJob, the ERP system designed especially for the custom stone industry. My name is Alan Barr and I'll be your host today in our walk through the program. Today I want to demonstrate a few key features of PerfectJob as well as highlight what ERP systems are all about and why they're so useful. As you know, ERP systems integrate all your business processes, including customer relationship management, estimating, sales, contract management, project management, production, and accounting into one central system. PerfectJob utilizes Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2013 as the ERP engine that runs our program. Microsoft Dynamics NAV is a powerful, stable, customizable ERP platform used by over 84,000 businesses. One of our favorite features of NAV is the role-tailored client. Right now you're looking at the role center for the president of a small business. Every feature of this page is designed to provide the user with immediate and direct access to the tasks and information that they need in order to get their jobs done. Every user of PerfectJob will have their own customized role center, giving them the same immediate and direct access to information and tasks that are of specific importance to them. So let's explore this page a little bit. In the top ribbon, we could see that we're just a single click away from actions that would include setting up a new customer, setting up a new vendor, looking into my receivables status, looking into my payables status, the banking status. Again, all these features in this ribbon are customizable and set up specifically now for the president of the company. We can also tab over and see all the variety of reports that are available to the president in terms of other features of the accounting system. Next, we have the activities area. This is where NAV lets us set up what they call queues. Now, queues are places where we can list our jobs sorted in any way we please, giving us access to those sorts in a one-click manner right from our dashboard role center. So we can see all the jobs that we currently have contracted, or we can see currently all the jobs that we have released production orders for. So this is a way for us to get at information quickly right from the center of our desktop that we may need to manage on a regular basis. NAV also has direct access for us to get into and manage our email right from the center of our role-centered page. We can also manage other sublists of customers and what we call items. Our customer list, I may have this list of customers that I need to call today to discuss something with them. So I've populated my desktop with their phone numbers and information so I can get at that quickly. We also have an area called My Items. Now this is something we're going to talk about in future demonstrations, but we've set this up right now so that you can see what your inventory is of particular items, some of your raw materials. Moving to the left of the screen, we have our navigation buttons. Think of these as direct access to the various departments within your company. In our home menu, we've set up the president with access to information that they require most. So for example, direct access to the customer list, contacts, job manager. Next we have the estimating and sales department. Clicking on them is kind of like walking in and seeing your estimator or your salesperson. So you're going to see currently which jobs are in development, which might be jobs that you're budgeting for a customer or an architect, jobs that are currently bidding, and jobs that are bid but still in the sales process. Now we also have a feature that allows us to develop sales campaigns in terms of the CRM functionality of our system, as well as developing opportunities which you or your salesperson might be working on. The contract management button is a feature that we use to show and list various statuses of our projects. So we'll go over more in another demonstration, the job status feature versus the contract status, and what the difference between a contracted job with an open status is and a production job that's been released. We'll go over all that in a future demonstration. Now, Nav also has a very robust approval feature, which is something that's customized for each company depending on company policy. So, for example, let's say someone at your company receives word that you've just been awarded a certain job. Now, you may have a policy that any job over $100,000 needs to be approved by your CFO for perhaps the customer's ability to pay and to agree on payment terms. So the employee would start the approval request, and this would include possibly the president, the CFO, and whoever else was required to be an approver of that particular type of concept. And as soon as that approval request is initiated by the employee, that information arrives on the role center of those individuals as an item for review and action. Now, PerfectJob also has a phase planning function, which is a very powerful tool, especially in the construction products field. Now, we all know that sometimes a single job needs to be produced in multiple phases. So PerfectJob allows for the creation and management of jobs requiring multiple phases of production so they can be handled and produced on time. And for example, here in this list, we're going to see a job that is 2 phases, this being the first phase and this being the second phase. Now, we have our production order department, which is going to show us several looks into the status of various jobs in production. Now, released production orders are jobs that have been released but are not in production yet. And we have a list of jobs that are in production and released. And again, this is going to show you any change orders on that job, and as well as the phases and which phase we're in production with. Our project management function has many tools for scheduling and managing projects. All jobs function lists all of our jobs in all stages and phases. This list can be sorted any way you like. Now, the project manager is going to love the job manager tool. Job Manager organizes specific information about each job. So, for example, if I look at our 1200 Broadway job, to the right in our fact box, the job summary lists the total contract price, which includes base contract and change orders, and it also shows all the scope of work documents that have been developed for that job. Now, we can drill down into exactly what details we have on this job, and we can see that we have one change order that has been written on the job. The status is that it's been bid, out for customer review, certainly not released yet. We have a 2-phase job in production. Well, phase 1 of 2 is in production and released, and phase 2 looks like it's contracted, but it has not yet been released for production. Moving from the project management to the and receiving department, I want to show you a very detailed set of data that is used for preparation of our bills of lading. We recognize that's of critical importance to identify and manage each piece by its mark number or piece number in production. And the same holds true during our shipping, putting together our shipping documents, because you need to be able to identify not only the date a particular piece was delivered to the job, but also what skid or crate it was on in case there is any need to trace particular pieces on the job site. So that's a terrific function. Also, just quickly, in terms of the receiving functionality of the system, we will do a separate demonstration that's going to highlight the receiving detail of our program, as well as the cost of materials and inventory levels. So all those ingredients go into our job cost. The other navigation tab that I want to show you is the Departments navigation button, because what this does for each user, it enables them to access all other departments within the company if that user is set up with those permissions. But remember that our role centers are set to take our users to areas of daily importance to them. But there is also of being able to navigate around the entire company in all aspects of the company through the Departments navigation button. So in conclusion, I just want to kind of circle around to the beginning of the demonstration where we're talking about ERP systems in general and how ERP systems are designed to integrate business information into one organized whole. And you see that PerfectJob is an ERP system, and that it allows us to achieve three major goals. Number one, information flows from the beginning to the end of the process. As we've seen, information is connected, and we will do a separate demonstration that will take you through one specific job and show you in more detail how that information is connected right through the system. Another important thing to remember is that with ERP systems, information does not get lost or isolated. We don't have individual people working in their individual programs on individual machines. We have a database accessible by all and retrievable with information retrievable by all. And one of the biggest actual cost savings features of an ERP system is that we eliminate the need for re-entering information, double and triple entry of information, which is not only costly from employee hours point of view, but very dangerous in terms of the possibility of transposing numbers incorrectly or a whole host of errors that can occur if information is not properly entered into the system. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to walk through PerfectJob with me. Please visit us on the web at www.perfectjoberp.com. Let us know if you have any questions about this demonstration or would like to schedule your own full product demonstration.